Hello students, welcome to English Literature class. Today we are going to study essay Common Sense by Thomas Paine. This is prescribed in BA 4th semester English Literature syllabus. Let's start the essay. Common Sense was a pamphlet written by Thomas Paine in 1775-76 and was published anonymously on January 10, 1776 during the beginning of American Revolution. In the essay, Thomas endeavors to convince people of 13 colonies to get free from Britain. It was one of the most popular essays because of its convincing and simple language. It also got published in other languages like French. As Gordon S. Wood remarks, the essay Common Sense played a vital role in waking people from the toxic sleep of dependence. Here are a few points which one should know. The first is necessary evil. It could be understood as an evil which should be accepted without speculation of a better outcome. The second is monarchy, is a form of government with a monarch at the top, like kingship. The third is constitutional monarchy. It is a system of government in which a nation is ruled by a king whose power is limited by a constitution. Magna Carta. It could be understood as a charter of rights to protect citizens' rights. For the structured development of his thoughts, essay is divided in four sections which will be discussed individually. The first section talks about the origin and design of government and a concise remark on the English Constitution. The second chapter is about monarchy and hereditary succession. The third section could be understood as present state of American affairs, and the last is about the present ability of America. The essay begins with an introduction when Paine talks about what made him write this essay. Paine seems to make people realize that long hours of dependence should be past, and now Americans should wake up and fight for their country. Though there are several people who will not be convinced with this idea. But according to Paine, freedom is not only required to get America free, but also to set a standard or role model for all humanity. While talking about the origin and design of government, Paine asks people to not to be confused with the concept of society and government. Society for Paine is a group or combination of people where each and every individual supports one another to accomplish certain goals, which were perhaps impossible to achieve alone. All the individuals are supposed to be correct and should not cross their limits. If everyone follows the rules, no government will be needed. It means government is needed to punish the bad things or restrict the social action for common good. According to Paine, government is necessary evil which should be welcomed by society to work well. But who can be the actual government? This is the question. Not everyone in large society can put his or her opinion. Not everyone can vote on every single issue. That's why people tend to elect representatives like Member of Congress. Paine criticizes kingship saying they cannot represent public well. He talks about king, aristocrats and commons, saying king and aristocrats have only one skill, that they are born in royal families. But it doesn't mean they have good and justified administration capacity as well. Paine also criticizes commons because they are kept to have a vigilance over the decisions made by king. But is it really happening? Paine also criticizes British people for contradictions. He says that on the one hand, commons are appointed to check the do's and don'ts of kings, and on the other hand, kings are accepted as the voice of God. Then how can voice of God could be a vigilance of a man? The second chapter discusses monarchy and hereditary system as sheer coincidence and unjustified idea. Paine criticizes king as when all human beings are born alike, how can some of them are born as kings or queens? Paine here advocates his points with past illustrations and says, in earliest ages of human existence, there were no kings, there were no wars too. The pomp and shows of kings are responsible for death of number of soldiers in wars. Paine criticizes Jewish people for their laziness and incompetency. Paine also condemns the idea of human God, which was undoubtedly not at all accepted by Bible. He gives illustrations of Jewish people for being punished by God for such acts. Paine criticizes England to accept William the Conqueror as their king, who actually does not belong to their own country. Paine criticizes kingship as vulnerable to others' opinions and having no political stance of their own. They simply become and remain king throughout the life because they are born in royal families and they can access their property to up to the most. Paine here convinces Americans that though there are many fruitless writings to discuss tension between England and America, but now time to talk is gone. Now action should be taken. Paine here demolishes the popular assertions of the time. Some of them, like first assertion, says that America has grown and thrived under British rule, is responded as every child once becomes adult to take his own decisions. Not too much dependence is good. The second assertion he talks about is Britain protects America is demolished by saying that Britain treats America as its personal property to exploit. American soldiers are sent to wars to be murdered by enemies. Assertion number 3 is demolished by Paine as America is not integrated because of its parent country England, but it is because of people's love for the freedom. Paine also throws light on better commercial prospects of America. The biggest assertion that any revolutionary act against England can give birth to civil war in America, as America itself had various opinions, got demolished with many suggestions. Now some of the suggestions are a continental charter should come from some intermediate body between the Congress and people. Each colony should have 5 elected members. All the 7 members from each colonies in a continental conference meet and formulate a continental charter that would protect freedom and property to all men and the free exercise of religion. 390 delegates of Congress would meet annually and elect a president. The selection of president will be by lottery system and from the whole of the Congress. Paine in chapter 4 says that England has exploited American resources and they are diminishing now. The time has come to get them back, no matter it is natural resource or human resource. Even there are different kind of Christianities prevailing in the society. So, United States Charter is supposed to be created so that Americans could protect their religious rights as well. Appendix was published after the first appearance of the essay. Here Paine retaliates and assures the Americans that if they get their economy and military back, if people are ready for aggressive revolutionary acts, if legally elected government Congress is appointed, we will definitely regain a strong America. Britain, who is a common enemy for all the colonies, will integrate them again because of the thirst of independence. Paine criticizes Quaker to suggest others a thing which they themselves are not following and addresses Americans to get up and get ready for revolutionary acts. In the end, he closes appendix by humiliating Quaker and pacifists who are cowards and call red-blooded Americans to look down on these people for their timidity. Rightly says John Adams about Thomas Paine that without the pen of Paine, the sword of Washington would have been wielded in vain. Thank you.